The labor market before 2022 is not the labor market of 2026. If your job search feels stuck right now, if you're sending out applications and hearing nothing, if your motivation is tanking and you're wondering, is it me? Is it the economy? Is it my ADHD? Let me tell you something that might surprise you. It's not you. It's the strategy that you were taught. Because the job search that most people are using stopped working 3 years ago. And if you don't update how you search, not only will you stay stuck, you will fall further behind every month. And I know that's intense, but I'm saying it because I've seen it up close hundreds of times. My name is Scott Treese. I'm known as the ADHD career coach. I run counseling and life coaching programs at lifesketch.co, including the ADHD Career Change and the Job Search Accelerator. And for 15 years, I've helped over 1,000 adults with ADHD figure out their career direction and get hired. And here's what I can tell you with complete certainty. If you fix the right things, this job search becomes dramatically easier. And if you don't, you waste months, sometimes years, in this loop of frustration, burnout, and self-doubt. So today, I'm going to walk you through the 8 biggest mistakes that I see adults with ADHD making in the 2026 job market, and ultimately, what to do instead. But I'm going to be doing it differently. It's not in a list. I'm going to do it in order that you actually experience these traps, so that you can break out of them for good. So stay with me till the end, because this last trap, mistake 8, is the one that quietly destroys most careers. So let's jump in. Most adults with ADHD don't struggle in the job search because they're unmotivated. They struggle because they are overwhelmed. And this ADHD plus overwhelm equals shutdown. Let me show you exactly how this plays out. A few months ago, I started working with Mark. He's in his late 20s. He graduated from a top engineering school, math major, smart kid. Everyone expected him to land something incredible. But when he came to me, he had spent months just randomly applying to jobs, 120 plus applications, and he was getting nothing back. No interviews, no momentum, no confidence. And he said, Scott, I feel like I'm doing everything, but also nothing. And if you relate to that, you are not alone. Because here's the truth. Your brain can't commit to a direction if you don't have clarity. No clarity, no direction. No direction, no plan. No plan, overwhelm. Overwhelm, shutdown. Shutdown, why am I like this? This is a cycle that you've been stuck in. The real problem underneath is a lack of career clarity. This is the biggest mistake I see in the job search. Every single week I see people try to skip it, but you cannot build momentum with a blurry target. What clarity actually means, it's not perfect clarity. Not a 30-year plan, not your one true passion. Just enough clarity to be able to make decisions. Clarity in 4 areas. What you want and need, where you fit into the world of work, the value that you bring, and 2 to 4 job targets. If you don't know these, everything becomes guesswork. That's why Mark couldn't continue to move forward. He wasn't unmotivated, he was directionless. And directionless job searches produce directionless results. When we create clarity, his motivation came back, his confidence came back, and the interviews followed. Clarity isn't a bonus, it's the foundation. The second trap is chaos instead of a system. I had another client, Ryan, again, brilliant guy, early 30s, but when we started working together, his life was in chaos. And it wasn't on our first call, it was several weeks in that he was basically like, Scott, I have to be honest with you, I'm not getting anything done. And we couldn't even get to the job search because he had no structure in place. No sleep routine, no schedule, no habits, no goals. Every day felt like he was just putting out fires. And he kept saying, I know what I need to do. I just can't get myself to do it. That isn't laziness. That isn't procrastination. It's a lack of system. ADHD thrives with a weekly plan, simple habits, a clear job search schedule, clear goals, a repeatable system, a way to measure progress. When you don't measure, you can't manage. When you can't manage, you can't adjust. When you can't adjust, you just stay stuck. This is why people feel like they're spinning their wheels. And you don't need more motivation. You need structure that protects you on the days where your motivation just isn't there. The tactics that don't work anymore. This is where the modern job search is failing most people. We need to talk about resumes, cover letters, and job boards, because these three areas are where the market has changed fast. So mistake 3 is not tailoring your resume, which I call the spray and pray strategy. Dead, buried, gone. Most companies now use applicant tracking systems. AI screening tools filter applicants instantly. Keyword sorting eliminates 60 to 70% before a human even sees it. Hiring managers get flooded with irrelevant resumes. You cannot send one generic resume to 50 jobs and hope that something sticks. But tailoring your resume does not have to be overwhelming. Here's the ADHD-friendly strategy. The niche resume method. Pick 3 to 5 job descriptions that you want. Build one master version that matches this cluster. Lightly customized to each application. Just keywords, a few bullet point adjustments, and your summary of qualification statement. And yes, AI tools can help you extract keywords and reorder those bullets. Just don't let AI remove your human voice. This one change alone has doubled interview calls, tripled it for most of my clients. Mistake 4 is skipping the cover letter. Okay, so quick stat check. Verified, multiple studies, applicants with cover letters are significantly more likely to get hired. That's even in 2026 in current life, especially in these professional roles and in career transitions. Why? Because your resume shows your qualifications, but your cover letter shows your story. If you're switching careers or pivoting fields, or you have large gaps, the cover letter is where you can explain it. But again, keep it ADHD friendly. So this is a 2-layer strategy. Layer 1 is that highly qualified template. This is your base that you're going to be using. And then layer 2 is this deep customization only for high priority jobs. This alone can put you at that top 10% of applicants. And then mistake 5, relying only on job boards. And I'm going to be very direct here. If your entire job search is applying through job boards, like Indeed or LinkedIn or whatever it is on, you're only accessing about 15 to 30% of available jobs. So where are the rest? Hidden, unposted. They're filled through referrals or internal candidates. Hiring managers want low-risk applicants. Job seekers want easy applications. And these two desires do not match. And here's a system I teach. First, you're going to identify those 2 to 4 target job titles. Second, you're going to then identify the companies that hire within them. Third, you're going to identify actual decision makers who has the power and authority to hire you. Fourth, you're going to use informational interviews and trying to set up conversations to connect with them. 5, follow the rabbit hole until you reach someone who has that decision-making authority to hire you. This is how you access the hidden job market. This is how you bypass AI filtering. This is how you get interviews faster. Mistake 6, not following up. This one is simple, but it's huge. Recruiters constantly report and say that their number one complaint about hiring candidates is a lack of follow-up. Let me just share with you a quick story. One of my clients applied for a job and left a voicemail with the hiring manager. No response. He assumed that meant no. But literally sitting here on this couch, I asked him to call again, right there in my office. And he left one more message. And 5 minutes later, the owner called him back and scheduled an interview with his hiring manager. Follow-up is the job search version of offensive rebounds. It gives you a second shot. So let's look at a follow-up protocol. After applying, follow up at least 5 to 7 days. After an interview, you need to follow up within 24 hours. And use reminders. Don't rely on memory. This is one of those small habits that creates disproportionate results. Now we're entering into one of those deeper traps. The ones that quietly destroy confidence and delay careers for years. Our mistake 7 is a lack of adaptability. And let me give you, again, another real story. And this one hits hard. I was working with a client in his 30s who had been out of work since at least 2022, before AI hit the labor market hard, before job descriptions changed, before the reskilling wave that we're currently in. And again, his problem wasn't motivation, it wasn't confidence, it wasn't even skills, it was his identity. He kept saying, I just want my old job back. But that job doesn't exist anymore. Not at least in the way that it did before. The labor market before 2022 is not the labor market of 2026. This is where the ABZ plan comes in. The ABZ plan is the anti-all or nothing system. A is your ideal role. B is a great alternative. C might be a stepping stone role just to kind of get in. Where Z is that, if crap hits the fan, it's my guaranteed fallback. Something I at least know that I could go get and do. And this is going to give you flexibility without abandoning your long-term goals. Adaptability isn't an option anymore. It's just required for survival. So our last section, the secret mindset trap that makes all other traps possible. This is the final mistake, and it's the most dangerous one. You can spend years switching jobs, changing fields, signing up for new certifications, and still feel lost. Mistake 8 is a lack of a career development mindset. Most people treat careers like a treasure hunt. This is a seductive idea that somewhere out there is the right job, your career calling, the perfect match. And all you have to do is just keep searching for this buried treasure. And this trap is promoted everywhere. Right? Do what you love, find your passion, follow your heart. And these ideas are beautiful outcomes, but they are not maps to actually make it happen. They externalize your control and leave success up to happenstance. And this mindset causes you to wait for a boss to give you a promotion, or a company to offer training, or the market to hand you a job, instead of aggressively identifying where you can grow and how you can build this, and closing your own skill gaps. But careers are not found, careers are built. A career development mindset says jobs are temporary vehicles. You are the CEO of your career. You build skills. You build networks. You build reputation. You create opportunities. You stay adaptable. You evolve with the market. This is what separates people who thrive from people who constantly start over. All right, so let's put this all together. I'm going to give you a clear ADHD-friendly sequence so you know exactly how to move forward. Step 1, get clarity. Define what you want, what you need, where you fit, your 2 to 4 job target titles. Step 2, build the system. So create a weekly plan, a job search schedule, a tracking system, simple, repeatable habits. Step 3, modernize your tactics. Do not spray and pray, skip tailoring, skip the cover letter, or rely only on job boards. Do niche down. Tailor your resume. Story-based cover letters. Use a hunting strategy. Make sure you implement a follow-up protocol. Step 4, adapt to the market. Use the ABZ plan. Stay flexible. Don't marry one job title. Build a path forward. Step 5, develop the mindset. Your career is not a treasure hunt. You're building a project, and you're in charge of the construction. But hey, if you're listening to this and you're thinking, Scott, I need this structure. I need clarity. I need direction. I need a system that actually works with my ADHD brain. Then here's what I'm going to tell you. You can keep trying to figure this out alone. You can keep grinding out on job boards. You can keep burning time and confidence. Or you can get real support with a proven system designed specifically for adults with ADHD. If you want help figuring out your direction and building a career that you actually want, then join me inside the ADHD Career Change. And if you want help getting interviews faster and landing a job in this new market, the Job Search Accelerator will take you there step by step. These are hybrid life and career coaching programs. So you get structure, you get clarity, but most importantly, you get accountability. And you get this process that actually works. So that if you're done trying to piece this together alone, and if you're ready for a real transformation, you can apply and check out over at lifesketch.co. This is your life. This is your career. This is your future. Do something powerful with it. Again, I'm Scott Treese. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.